Okay, so you're gonna need your brayer, your printing plate, which is gonna be styrofoam for this, ink, it doesn't matter what color, and we can also use some stencils. You can, if you want, put the ink straight onto the paper. If you are doing that, just fold it over, because one fold it will leak through onto the paper, and you can use a paintbrush or a brayer to apply the ink. If you don't want to use that, I do have trays over here underneath the palette knife that you can use and put in here. It's better to start off with lighter colors for your background first, so I wouldn't want to start off with like red or black, because those are really overpowering colors. And I'm going to use the brayer at first, but then I'll use the paintbrush. So I'm just loading my brayer. When you hear, not the squeaking, but that sticky sound, that means the ink's applied pretty evenly on there. And I'm just going to go over with the ink and the brayer and cover my printing plate with just one layer. I don't care if it doesn't cover completely. Then I'm going to flip this over and line it up onto here. You're going to want to cover this whole paper. So if your printing paper isn't the same size as the plexiglass, you're going to want to do more than one print to make it fit. You can use your hands to burnish it, which is transferring the ink. You could use a clean brayer, or I have Barons, which put the pressure on this so that it's transferring. So I'm just rubbing all over to get the pressure onto here so that it's now transferring my ink. If it didn't transfer the best, you can always put it back down and massage the paper a little bit more. So here I have one layer. You don't need to worry about cleaning off your printing plate. You can if you want. So I could take, let's do some purple or violet, and I'm just gonna put it right on top of here. And I'm gonna use the brayer and just spread it out some. So I have some different designs. And then if I wanted just to do that, I could add some more details on here. You can flip it over either on the back side or the front side. It doesn't matter. Just make sure that when you're rubbing this, that the paper is already sticking to the printing plate. Otherwise your printing plate will be going everywhere and your print will be a little blurry. So there we go. We transferred some of that there. Let's do pink. And now I can't use that because I have that a mess there. Actually, since this is just example, it doesn't need to be perfect. So I'm gonna do a stencil for this one. Now you do need to work fairly quickly with this because the ink does dry pretty quick on plexiglass. I want it next year, so if you take printing too, I want to get jelly plates for everybody. And jelly plates don't dry as quick because they're a little more porous of a surface. So I can just use any of these stamps on here, place them wherever I want, and there are so many different designs in here that you can go through. I'm just doing this one for now. You either flip over the paper or the print. I like doing the printing plate because I can line it up easier. And then just to really put that pressure and burnish it. And then I can pull that off. And it transferred well in some areas, not well in others. And the cool thing is, okay, it didn't transfer well at all. The cool thing is you can then use these, if they're not dry, to create more prints. So it's a lot of experimentation. You want to create at least 5 of these. Once you're done, we'll clean off our plate. Yeah, this didn't turn out well at all. Let's see if this does. Let's do a ghost print. A ghost print is a nice way to clean off your paper. Really, I should get a new sheet of paper, but I'm not gonna. Let's see if this turns out. Ooh, it turned out better. So there we go. So you can also try, like if it doesn't work, that's okay, try it again. If this plate gets too dirty, you can always take it over to the sink and wash it off. But today you're just gonna create and have fun. You must create, like I said, at least 5 of these. Don't do what I did and flip over a wet print on the paper or it might ruin it. Make sure your name is on here somewhere and then put it on the drying rack. So you might wanna write your name first and then put it over there. Any questions? Okay, well then have fun.